Okay, so this is probably a warm-up. Looks like maybe a 9 or 8 iron, something like that, 9-9. A little bit sloppy here in the legs. It got better with the wood and driver, but yeah, a little bit sloppy here in the legs. The back's fine. Takeaway is pretty good. Little bit inside there, but not bad. Shoulder plane's better with the irons. Change of direction is awesome. So you say you don't use your body. I mean, I say you use your body so well. Look at that. Such a nice down press there. It's a big shoulder turn. Okay, you just got that club face open again. So even this one, although the club head's out of screen, we can see a big cup there in the left wrist. Oh, there's the club face. Okay, very open there. Okay, so just open coming down. And then you get a little bit outside the line to try and get the club back on line. The release itself is not as bad, it's just where it's coming from. That sort of open face and around. Okay, so we've just got to get a little closed with that left wrist and hit a little from the inside. But we're going to do more backswing work today, so this week, sorry. So don't worry too much about that for now. It is actually better with the longer clubs. But it's only going narrow and across because it's open and outside over here. So that's the reason why it's going narrow and inside there. Okay. You do get the face square. So you do close and release the face there. So when you do get on line, okay, we get a little bit stronger with that backswing, okay, then the flight should improve quite dramatically. Okay, so here we start to see the issues with the longer clubs and why that backswing looks sloppy. Okay, so you can see that takeaway is miles inside. Okay. Very narrow and inside there. It's going to go across the line. And then obviously the loss of shoulder plane that we're talking about from where you started. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working on this week. So that's not really long. Okay, the hands are below at head height. The right elbow hasn't gone past 90 degrees. It's just offline. Okay, change of direction. Very nice. Club face a little bit open, but this one is nicely from the inside. So it's just that open face. But you do get it close. Almost close it too much. Okay. But we can work on that. At least you're learning how to close. And there's some good extension on this one. Okay, so you are actually using your body. Obviously working a little too hard to close that face at impact. Okay, but we're going to leave that for a bit. You are actually using your body. And the right leg is much, much, much better. Okay, so we're just going to work on the takeaway. Not getting inside. And a bit narrow, I guess, not getting across the line at the top, and then work hard on that shoulder plane this week. Alrighty. Okay, so let's look at the driver now. So, I mean, a lot of the same stuff, it just manifests differently. This setup looks really good, mate. Well done. At first, iron was not looking so good. Maybe just sloppy warm-up. But this setup looks really good. Let's just check the right hip first, as we've been talking about recently. Okay, so we can see that is much better in the right hip. Okay, very little separation in the knees there. Nice strong right leg. Very, very happy. Now, I was hoping that's going to restrict your shoulder turn, which clearly it hasn't. It's good to be flexible, mate. And again, you know, although this looks to you like an overswing, it's not much of an overswing. It's more across the line. Okay, so the hands are low, they're only at head height. Okay, and there's no disconnection in that right elbow. So it's hard to say that that's an overswing. So it's two things. So obviously the shoulder plane has changed dramatically. We're going to focus hard on that this week. That's flattened out tremendously from where it started. Okay, so if that's your setup, as I said, a really nice setup. Okay, then we'd want the shoulder plane there. Okay, so it's just a bit flat in that shoulder plane. Alright, and then also we're just taking this club a little bit inside. So initial takeaway, good. And again, it's probably because that shoulder plane flattens so quickly, but there, it's just inside there. So we've just got to come straighter back for longer, both with the arms and the club. It's got to come straighter back for longer. I don't want to get inside too quickly. Now that's going to take it across the line at the top. Okay, so that combined with the shoulder plane is what's giving you that look of sloppiness, what you think is an overswing at the top. So that's what we're going to work on this week, okay? Club face is looking better than we've had it. Obviously, downswing still needs a bit of work with the club face, but it is looking better. See a bit open there. A little bit open there. Okay. Obviously quite open there. Alright, but let's work on that backswing because I know it's frustrating you. Hey my boy, okay, so you can see from those videos, this is working really, really well. Okay? Nice and solid there. You know, I think the club face is better, and I think basically from what you said, you use your body a lot better than what you think you do. You know, it's just that you're super flexible, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But you press nicely and you're trying to release. Okay, and there's a lot of body rotation. Okay, yes, it's out of sync, a little bit offline. You know, maybe not quite tight enough. Okay, but it's good. You actually use your body really, really well. So don't stress about that. So we can see that with those videos, mainly issue with the longer clubs. So once we get into the 5 and 3 wood driver, we'll have to check it sort of 5 iron and see what it's like. Okay, but basically, try to do the right stuff, but it's less of an overswing than you think it is. Okay, it's a little bit offline. Okay, so the backswing is not nicely online, club online with target and the golf ball. Arms online is a little bit inside. Okay, so if your circle, so there's your circle, yeah. So if your circle goes offline here in the start, then it gets offline over here. Okay? So if the circle, I'll do it this way. Yeah? I'm going to set it there. If it gets offline early, then it's going to set across there. Okay, now it looks like an overswing, when obviously it is clearly not an overswing. Okay? So, don't worry about that, I'm just explaining it. Okay, so we're going to take the club away online. So that's what we're going to practice more than anything. Okay? So, as you turn, the arms stay inside parallel to the target line. Makes sense, yeah? We go inside there. Along your toe line is a good way to think about it. Okay? Alright, and then obviously as we've worked on, the club face stays nice and square, it doesn't start opening up, yeah? Okay? So work on that as much as possible. And then the second thing, we're working on this week, okay, is then making sure that from there, the shoulder plane doesn't flatten out. Are they related? 100% they're related. 100% they are related. Okay. But we want to work on them slightly separately, especially at the top of the swing. It is feasible to take it away online here and then flatten out the shoulder plane and still get a little bit longer across the line. Okay, so we sort of work really hard on that. Now that that's stable, it'll support it. Okay, we have to start there. You've done that work for 2 weeks, it looks really, really good, mate, really good. Okay, so now online, okay, and then the shoulder plane and the shoulder turn finishes there. If you put those two things together, club should sit there instead of there. Okay, and it's going to start to look and feel better and better and better and better and better. Okay, club face, especially at the top of the swing, looks really, really, really good. Okay, I'm really happy with it. Okay, what you were worried about this part over here, okay, it's there because it's across the line and then outside the golf ball a little bit open, so you're going to always release it there. There's no way you can get from there to a beautiful release with extension. Never going to happen. Okay, you probably can't even fully clear that hip because of where that position is. Alright, so it all works on step by step, okay, and sort of isolating the right thing to do. Okay, I'm very happy with that right leg work. I'm pretty happy with the club face work, especially on the backswing and the set. Okay, now we're just going to get this thing online. Okay, and then keep the original plane, don't change the plane. That's all we have to do, especially for this week. Okay?